Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. In today's episode, I think we're going to Port Prosper. I don't remember the exact reasons as to why we're going to Port Prosper. I know one of them is because of the inconceivable circus here, but I just have it in my notes. Go to Port Prosper. So we're going to Port Prosper. That's how this works. So in order to do that, we need to go south. I'm thinking we're going to stop off at London real quick as well. Let's make advantage of that terror reduction. Oh, don't crash. Oh, that was close. Oh no. Did I need fuel and supplies? Oh well. If I did, I didn't get any. Oh, did I have a prospect for Port Prosper? Is that what I'm thinking of? Was there another reason for us to go there? Souls for Port Prosper. I need 3 souls. I have 1 in my inventory? No, I do not. Do I have some in my bank? I know Port Avon sells the souls, so maybe we'll go to Port Avon. If we do not have any, we'll make sure we get some money from this little trip. I wonder if there's any other reasons to go to Port Prosper. I could look at my objectives to give myself a rough idea of what's happening, but where's the fun in that? Let's just go on an adventure and see where we go. See where it leads us. The clamour of New Winchester can be heard on the wind, familiar as a disagreeable uncle. And as we go past Reichstede, I probably said that horrendously wrong. It seems German. Let's hand in our port reports at Company House as well, while we're here. Did I say London earlier? I meant to say New Winchester. The bane of being back in the Reach is that I constantly say the wrong thing. Company House is there, isn't it? Oh wait, do I want Company House or do I want Victory Hall? I think I want Victory Hall, don't I? Victory Hall is the Tacites, and that's who I am currently supporting. We do still need to go to Lustrum. Do I go to Lustrum before I go to Port Prosper? I think I do. Otherwise I'm going to end up going all the way down south. I have to go all the way back up again. And it's going to be very annoying. Victory Hall. Visit Victory Hall. Let's deliver our port reports. She listens with a scowl. Well, I'd rather know than not, I suppose. And thank you for bringing this to me, rather than the bloody stovepipes. I'll arrange a gratuity. Hey, we got 900 sovereigns. Good lord. And we gained 9 fortunes with the Tacites. And got a lot of gratitude. The stovepipes don't like us very much right now. I could get some otherworldly artifacts, some savage secrets. Honestly, right now, I don't think we need any savage secrets. So, let's keep moving. Docking here has undone Terror, but they don't sell fuel here, and I kind of want to pick up some fuel. There's the Blue Kingdom relay. We do still need to go to the Blue Kingdom for the main quest. That's going to be a fun one. I will admit, I am putting it off. We could go to Eleutheria first, but I feel like if we go to the Blue Kingdom, we can do our main quest, The Stars Are Dying. Could I repair my locomotive while I'm here? Maybe. Let's just, let's go to the bank. Do we have souls? We do. Let's drop off our wood, our bronze wood, our honey, and our tea. Grab 3 bottles of souls here. Go to the bazaar. No prospects, obviously. Victoria Market. I was really confused. I was trying to go to Victoria Market. Let's buy 2 and 2. I believe Lustrum sells both. They do. We are gonna... Hopefully we have enough room for all of the unseasoned hours we're gonna get. It's gonna make a very interesting journey back, because every time I have unseasoned hours on my train, it goes horribly wrong. We spill them all over the place, and we have weird time dilation issues. I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time, but I don't really have much control over it. That is a wall. Maybe I shouldn't drive into it. Yeah, no, I want to go this way. As funny as it would be to drive into a wall, do I want to go through the desolation of Saliba? It's the quickest route. It's also the most dangerous. But speed tends to be the best way. I mean, as long as I don't get attacked by anything particularly vicious, we should be okay. Of course there's no guarantees. Knowing my luck, scribe spinsters. I'm just constantly harassed by scribe spinsters. I don't know how it happens, but it just does. They never leave me alone. It's either guests or scribe spinsters. Honestly, if I had to pick between one or the other, I'd rather fight a scribe spinster. Because guests are annoying. And very powerful. And they infect my ship with horrible things every time I fight them, which just makes me very unhappy. Whereas scribe spinsters just increase my terratons and then rip apart the hull, which is also a problem. But it's a more immediate problem, rather than a delayed problem, that I will have to deal with at a later date. Okay, well there's Carillion. I do have to go to Carillion as well. Should I go to Carillion? I could make a journey out of this. I could go to Carillion, drop off the half empty. Let's do that. I'm changing the objectives of this episode 3 times now, so we're probably going to achieve at least one of these things. I feel like dropping off the half empty is a good idea, because then I can just get that quest done. I don't think there's anything past dropping them off. I could be wrong though. We haven't actually done Carillion. There is still storyline at Carillion. We haven't done all of the penances. It's quite a journey, and I don't think I have any of the things that I need to continue said journey. But I guess I'll find out. Or I could just... I mean, yeah, I can poke my nose around, see if there's anything interesting there. We're getting dangerously close to 1906. It's the 1st of December, 1906, I believe. Oh no, the 10th of December. We're getting very close. It's almost been a year in-game, and I can go back to the Traitor's Wood. Do I go to Traitor's Wood, or do I go to the Terror Place? I can't actually remember. I assume it's Traitor's Wood. I should probably, like, see what this is here. At some point. Wait, where's the dock? Oh yeah, no, it's in front of me. I was like, is it on this side? I have to suddenly handbrake turn around this giant floating island over here. Okay. This peaceful, carmine institution was founded by devils from London and dedicated to the betterment of the soul. Brotherage's A Tour of Heaven describes it as a cross between a spa and a sanatorium, and purgatory. To commends its bracing airs. Does that mean it's cold? I think that means it's cold. Let's go to an overgrown shrine. Path leads you to a broken statue, seemingly ignored by the devils of Carillion, except for whoever placed the freshly lit candles at its feet. The face is poorly carved, but its features unmistakable. The burrower below stares at you through one gemstone eye and an empty socket. Now let's contemplate the statue. While the statue is the raw material of nightmares, there is something soothing about the idea that even a beast like this might be harnessed, that there is a chance of such an ally for those who crack the code of offerings and prayer. Whether it is actually listening, it is impossible to tell. The thought that it even might, however, is something to hold on to in the dark. Nice, lowered our terror. Let's go to the foyer. Let's write a port report while we're here. Don't need to read these, I've read them 100 times. Let's deliver the half glass empty. When you explain the empty's predicament, your rescued prisoner attracts a swarm of attention. The presiding deviless descends to meet your rescued prisoner. She taps his glass eye with a fingernail. A sun-touched soul, he muses. An eager flash of tongue at her lips. Yes, we can take good care of him. The devils will care for him now. 2 attendants wheel out of bed and gently help the empty climb in. Your last words with the empty are awkward and brief. He was never much of a conversationalist. He thanks you and he seems happy to leave it at that. When you return to your train, you find a nervous young man waiting outside with a barrel of souls. "The Deviless told me to deliver these to you," he says. "Said it was a fair trade for such a patient." Oh. Have I sold him into some sort of weird scientific experiment? Oh well, I got 1,000 experience and 2 selections of immaculate souls, which is lovely. Quite rare indeed. Okay, so, I don't think there's anything to talk to the Presiding Deviless about. I don't think we're going to look around Carillion. I mean, oh, didn't want to go back to the foyer. Whoops. Oh god. I wanted to go here. Anything that sticks out to me here? Perform a ritual of purification to enable entrance to the Bell Garden? Sand Garden? I do have some bad soul juju here, but we'll come back at a later date, I think. I'll keep it nice and open. Let's go to Lustrum. We'll go the long way. Screw it. It's safer. I probably should cross off, take the half empty to Carillion, because it is in my list of things. Hang on. If I crash now, it's because I'm on a different screen. One of these buttons. Oh no. This is fine. There we go. It has been marked as complete. We still need to take the Patchwork Devil to the Well of the Wolf. And don't we have things to do for the Tinkerer? I didn't write down where I needed to go. Was there a place in the Reach? There was the mausoleum in the Reach, I was right. There was a mausoleum in Albion. Is that in my list of things here? I always found this screen very hard to navigate, which is a little silly considering how much I've actually played this game, but you throw this much stuff at me. What would it be under? Learning about the Chiropterous Hoarder? No. Lustrum prospecting? He's been there for a very long time. I feel very sorry for that man. You should probably return to them at some point. Experiments sanctioned by the company? Yeah, we've done that. Wait, we've done that, but it hasn't like... Oh, return in 15 days. Oh, I should probably do that at some point. That's by Titania, right? Entering the Regent's Grave? Okay, Repentant Devil... Here's all the stuff for Carillion. God, we need to go back to the Parsifal, don't we? Good lord, that was like 20 episodes ago, if not more. Am I being just massively blind? Politics and Navy ships, the Chamberlain's absence. Oh, is it inscriptions in the sky? Oh, return to her. I guess I can only find them one at a time. Okay, never mind. I should have returned to her a long time ago. Just ignore me. Ignore my inefficiency, learn from my mistakes. That's what this series is all about. Learning from the mistakes of a man who has spent far too much time playing Sunless Skies. It's just something about this game that I enjoy. Oh look, a cantankerous. Oh look, 2 cantankeries. Oh dear. Let's avoid that, shall we? What have I just discovered? What is this? The weathered walls of this ruin are engraved in intricate language of the suns. Let's explore it. The heavens are pocked with tumbled ruins from aeons gone. Some are melancholy, some malevolent, some hide treasures, other danger. Here is an vivid ruin of the Reach, graceful with arches and bristled with sprouts of moss and mushroom. We can decipher ancient inscriptions, we can leave the ruins undisturbed, or we can tarry amidst the ruins. I could get a moment of inspiration and some experience, or I can leave them undisturbed. Let's tarry amidst and see what happens. Success. Whatever the ruins' original purpose, it is lost. There is something wistful and humbled about them now. Perhaps it is comforting to know that not even the works of heaven's kings can withstand the toll of time. What will you do while you tarry here? We can make repairs to the engine. The higher your mirror skill, the more hull you will repair. We can search for a memento. We can gain an uncanny specimen. Or we can scribble a few verses to gain a sky story. I think we have enough sky stories. I think I'll take the uncanny specimen, you know. You spend an hour combing over the tumbled stones and exploring the ruins' crannies. At the foot of a crumbled monolith, half buried in rubble, you find the remains of some old, dead thing. An offering? I know. Put it in the pot. Add it to the collection. Put it in my cabin. Put it on the shelf next to all the other ones. If I was actually a skyfaring captain, I would just collect everything. I am a naturally collecting human being. I like to collect things. It's probably a personality flaw, I'll be honest. But, you know, there's something about just owning things that I like. We're like, oh look, it's an ancient sword. And maybe it's because I'm British. That's probably what it is. It's ingrained in us. Ingrained in our very way of life. Oh, look, an ancient sword. Probably really important. Let's hang it on my wall. It's my sword now. An ancient dead offering. Put it in a jar. Put it on the shelf. This cantankerous is definitely going to attack me. Hang on. There we go. The cantankerous are lumbering, half-fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Yeah, let's, we may lose crew. It's 100%. Let's go with this. We'll get another uncanny specimen. Send one crew out with a set of pliers. They return with a glistening ovoid gland. Its consistency is somewhere between muscle and marble. Put it in a pot, put it on the shelf. Oh, we've almost made it to Lustrum. This episode has been me just driving around again, hasn't it? I do apologise. I like to try and at least have some story in every episode. Oh, of course. We have the O'Brien factory. A busy factory on the outskirts of Lustrum, sprawling shantytown. Oh, we also have the Vagabond story. Here you go, look. I came here on purpose for more story. That's exactly why I came here. Let's go to the O'Brien factory. What can we do here? A busy factory on the outskirts of Lustrum's sprawling shantytown. Here, the Tacketies are hard at work on their own answer to London's new monitor class, locomotives. Security is high, but the project relies on donations of expertise and resources from sympathetic communities. If you wish, you may aid or impede the Tacketies' efforts. Left to their own devices, they will eventually finish on their own. Okay, so we can't actually do anything, but we could give them bronzewood to make them go quicker. We could volunteer our crew. We don't have enough. Or we could sabotage the construction if we had guns. But we're just going to leave that to play out on its own, and eventually we'll just start seeing Tackety, like, fire engines, I believe. They're very nasty. Let's go to the Vagabond's residence. You follow the Vagabond past Lustrum's outskirts into the whirling whiteness beyond. Miles from civilization, you find a mansion, half buried in snow, perched on a rocky outcrop. The Vagabond wades to the door and slams on the iron knocker. For some time, the door eases open. The doddery butler peers out, his face so downcast it looks half melted. "Welcome back, sir," says the tragic butler wearily. "A letter was delivered in your absence." Interesting. Can we explore the mansion? The Vagabond has shrugged out of his coat and is heaping logs on the fire. You have a few moments to roam the place. The mansion is colossal. Its walls built with bronzewood logs. Its bathrooms gleaming with ivory. Its walls decorated with gold-framed portraits of a younger, better-groomed Vagabond. But it's also obviously been years since it was properly maintained. Some of the windows are broken, and snow has heaped on the floor beneath. Black mould streaks the carpet. It is an overpowering smell of damp. We can ask how the Vagabond could afford such a place. Oh wait, this is the new line right here. The Vagabond sips his whiskey before the fireplace, telling rambling stories about the parties he threw in the mansion's better days. The tragic butler stands to one side, mournfully dignified. Let's ask how he could afford such a place. 10 bedrooms, a kitchen that could staff a dozen cooks, a chandelier that drips with diamonds. Princes have lived less ostentatiously.
Ah, you should have seen it in its heyday.
The Vagabond rubs his hands before the fire.
Warm, noisy, bustling with staff and guests. Our parties could be heard in New Winchester. Isn't that right?
Quite so, sir, says the tragic butler.
I struck it lucky in the mountain, you see,
says the Vagabond.
Found enough hours to make me rich enough to buy all this, and more besides.
He claps you on the back.
All the luxury in the world can't compare to the majesty of the open sky, though. Right, my lady?
Okay, well, what was that letter that the butler gave you? He's been brandishing the envelope for more than half an hour now.
Just give me the gist of it, will you?
Asks the Vagabond, idly tossing snowballs at a portrait of a severe-looking woman in black. The butler clears his throat.
The letter was delivered by a skylark who called himself Quivers, sir. In it, he claims to have discovered the location of the sugar-spun garden. He was seeking your help.
The Vagabond pauses mid-throw.
But that's a myth. A story to tell over campfires when the night is cold and hungry.
He sounds uncertain for a moment. Then he shrugs.
Young Quivers means well, but he must have been mistaken.
Well, let's spend the night. The Vagabond's mansion. The blizzard outside has worsened. Best you stay until morning. You stay up into the night. Your conversation is meandering, but the Vagabond repeatedly circles back to the mysterious letter.
I'm worried for Quivers, he says. The other skylarks haven't seen him in months, and he comes to my house babbling about a myth?
The next morning, the butler pays his plaintive goodbyes as you crunch through the snow towards Lustrum. The Vagabond says he plans to track down Quivers.
What kind of king would I be if I didn't protect my subjects?
He asks.
Besides, I once believed in the sugar-spun garden myself. I must admit, I'm curious.
Interesting. Okay. The sugar-spun mountain. Where do you want me to go? I guess I have to speak to him again on my mountain, maybe. Let's go to my claim on the mountain here. It's marked off by frayed ropes wrapped around tent pegs. How much cargo space do I need? Because I have quite a lot of cargo space, I feel. I have 14. Let's do it. Your crew takes a break. The fruits of their labours are barreled up and ready for inspection. Miners speak of a geode containing a whole century's worth of hours, so big that it had to be dragged away by locomotive. Your crew have not found anything like that. Without a factory full of equipment, the most you can realistically hope for is a fine bounty of unseasoned hours. They sit in nervous silence as you examine their efforts. The foreman comes to greet you.
Nothing much to report, Captain. Ready to start loading up the barrels when you are.
The barrels of ours are carefully loaded and onto a cart to be transferred to the train. Each is encased with beeswax, or the closest available substitute to prevent any leakage. A stamp on the top marks them as officially approved by the ministry, as long as nobody is looking too closely at the finer detail. We gained 5 barrels of unseasoned hours. Should we order our crew to begin mining again? Can I assign another workman here? It's fine. Back to work, you. The quartermaster hands out pickaxes and food rations. The crew begins digging. Since you don't have access to furnaces or large, powerful enough large or powerful enough to get the most out of the mountain's larger geodes, they will focus on filling barrels with unseasoned hours. You can sell these at other ports. It's a shame I can't get, like, a factory. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it, if I could get a factory to increase my my gains here. But the fact is that I will just have an unlimited source of unseasoned hours. So I can either sell these for profit, or I can use them for travel, which is something that I'm more likely to do. I'm going to use these to get to Eleutheria or the Blue Kingdom. But I do think that I've run out of time for this episode, I'm afraid, and I didn't even make it to Port Prosper. So that will be next episode's goal. We shall go to Port Prosper and drop off no, we need to pick up the equipment for the circus, and I believe there's something else at Port Prosper. I don't remember, but we'll find out. Maybe we'll uncover this route here, if we can. See if we can find another route to get round here. But I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters and all the people who help support me and keep the channel going. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, I'll see you next time.